Hi, welcome back to the Accordion Hangout. I have a song prepared today that is, I think, kind of nice. It's pretty commercial. I left my heart in San Francisco. I have a few little tips for you on this song, and it's quite lengthy, but we'll get through it. In any event, I want you to pay attention to the way you can change a chord by just moving one note. And I have plenty of examples of that in this song. Also, I'm using a lot of thirds, so that's another technique that is very useful, and it sounds great. So let's see how this goes. I've changed my format in a sense. What I mean by that is I usually post the music as I play, and I show you the original melody in the way that I've arranged it, but I've eliminated that for this song because it just got too cumbersome. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it in sections. I'm going to play two choruses, and I have a kind of a jazz little section that you might enjoy. And so I'm going to start out with the intro, and we'll take it from there. And as I go, I'm going to kind of tell you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and perhaps some of this will sink in. Yeah, that's the introduction, and you can even play it twice. Go to the refrain, section B. Try that one more time. That's the Loveliness of Paris refrain. Well, what I did there in the first measure is I just moved I played a C minor 7th, C, E flat, G, B flat, but I moved the G to the F, which makes it an F7th. So that's my first kind of tip, moving one finger and changing the chord. All right, on my second line of this section B, I've taken a C minor 3rd and I've dropped the bottom note. So and then on the second measure following that, I'm dropping the G, one note each, and I'm following it with the bass, C, B natural, B flat. G, F sharp, F. See how I changed the sound? Now, on this chord, E flat minor, I'm sorry you have to play all black keys, but if you're not used to it, you should. It doesn't come up often, but it's very important for this song. Let's try this whole refrain one more time. part C, which is our starting the melody. Then I've got triplets here. See what I'm doing there? I have 2-note thirds and triplets. So that part C is basically the song, and it kind of replicates itself in two different times. All right, so let me try this one more time, and I'll kind of show you what I think should be tip. All right, so I tried to keep this as the recording, as you kind of heard it before, by adding these notes. Yeah, you won't see that on the music, in the original music, but you've got to watch out for the timing on something like this. Let me try it one more time and I'll show you. Got some thirds there, and it's important to watch it right here, because you've got to play one beat of, there's 2 8th notes there, and then you've got to play a fast 16th group right there. Here's an example of moving one note and changing the chord. C minor, it's the second measure in section C on the second line. I move the C to D natural, then to B flat. All right, what I'm doing there, the last measure of the second line of section C, I'm doing what is called a step up, meaning B flat major 7 to C, D minor 7. It's very effective. Eliminates the monotony. Let me try it from the beginning of the second line. Provided some simple thirds here, so your hand can motivate without moving positions. You know, there's so many times when I see players moving their hands to play a song, and you don't have to if you've got it arranged right. Again, I'm changing the chord by moving one note. The D to the C natural, and then to the B natural, which makes it a G7th on the next line. chords there. So for effect, it's kind of a little disruptive, which sounds good. It breaks up the monotony. And again, what I did on the last chord after the triplets is I just moved my thumb from a B flat to an A natural. Watch. Take the last measure of the fourth line on C. I just moved B flat to A and I got an F seventh. So we start again. Here's another example of one note to change the chord. D seventh. The F sharp to a G makes it an A minor seventh. Back to the F sharp. Try that whole section C again so you can hear it with some continuity. Okay, so you finished the whole song there, and now I'm going to go into my little added improvisation. everything starts on B flat. It's just a B flat chord. But what happens is you're moving one note again. See, B flat starts on B flat, and when you move the, let's see, what have I got here? You got a D, F, B flat, and you move your thumb, you move the D natural to D flat, you move the bass to E flat. See, that makes it an E flat ninth. Then you play an A flat, C, E flat, A flat. Move the thumb down to a B natural. Move the bass down. So now you've got a D flat ninth. And I'm just running a B flat major 7th at the end there, but basically what you're going to find is it's going down the stradello, B flat, E flat, A flat, G flat, C flat. Yeah, it's a little bit to master, but if you take your time, you can figure it out, and it really adds a lot to the ear, especially to the audience's ear. It doesn't make it, I left my heart in San Francisco the old way, that's for sure. So I hope that you enjoyed some of the tips that I presented here, and I've enjoyed putting it together for you. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do. The buttons are on the front where you're watching, so that would be nice. It gives me the inspiration to go on. And I think Tony Bennett would be proud. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.